Hey guys, today I'm gonna be talking all about filters. No, not this kind of filter. A quick disclaimer before I begin. This video is not a sponsor, but I want to thank Smallrig. They sent me the 4565 filters, and 7 Artisans sent me quite a lot of filters, and benro for sending me this adapter with drop-in filters. Now, with that out of the way, let's begin. The most common filter is the UV filter. UV stands for ultraviolet, and that's all it does. It filters ultraviolet light. To be honest, this doesn't make much of a difference on the image quality. If you use it or you don't use it, you won't really notice it. But why this is so popular and so important? Well, you see, lenses are pretty expensive, especially my lenses, and if they get scratched, well, there is no way back from that. On top of that, a UV filter, besides protecting scratches, it can protect in case of dropping it and maybe breaking the lens, and also protects it from dust and humidity. So I strongly recommend using a UV filter, but beware, if you buy a very cheap one, it will affect your image quality on a negative way. The ND filter. ND stands for neutral density, and all this filter does is just filter the amount of light that hit the back of the sensor, just like your sunglasses. This is most commonly used for filmmakers that want to keep the 180-degree shutter angle. Now, if you're not familiar with shutter angle, basically you want to keep your shutter speed at twice your frame rate. This filter comes in a variety of intensity from ND2 all the way up to ND1000. Now, that is most commonly used for photography, for some effects with long exposure photography, but I have the circular ND filter that attaches directly into your lens. Then I have the 4565 that mounts into a matte box that's more specialized for video, and I also have the drop-in filters that it can be very useful when you're using ultra wide angles or even better, fisheye lenses. There are a couple of variants to the neutral density filters. That is the GND. G stands for gradient, and this is very useful and most commonly used for photography that want to make just the sky dark or maybe just the water at the bottom dark. So it's gradually reducing the intensity of the light filtration. The other variant is the VND, variable ND filter, and that makes it so you can adjust the intensity of the light filtration. This is very commonly used for filmmakers that want to change the intensity of how much light they want to filter on the go. While these filters are very useful, need to keep in mind the quality is usually not as good as the other ND filters. Our next filters are CPL, that stands for circular polarizer. Now, these filters are great for reducing glare or light reflections of water or windows, and they can also improve the contrast in your image for landscape, make those blues and the sky a lot bluer. Last but not least are creative filters, like this one right here from 7 Artisans. This is called the soft filter, and what it does is soften the highlight and give your movies a more cinematic look. You can also use it for photography as well, and different brands might have different names. You probably heard of black mist or maybe white filters. So regardless of the name, they all do more or less the same. They give that more cinematic look to your images. As you can see, there are many filters available, and you may be wondering, which one do I use? Well, I love the B+W BND 225 stops and the B+W circular polarizer. These are a bit pricey, but in my opinion, totally worth it. Look, they're pretty small, they don't take much space on my backpack, they're very lightweight, and they're pretty decent quality. Now, this one, 5 stops sometimes is not enough, so I will combine it with the 7 Artisans Solid ND, and in some other occasions, I need to combine it with the benro adapter, so I can drop in filters right in there, and it's just so convenient and travel friendly. Look at this bag, and there are so many filters available that I can take into this one single pouch. Now, there are the Smallrig filters. Those are 465s, and those are big and expensive, but the quality is really good. So if I'm shooting a paid commercial advertisement or a movie or something that really require me to use the best of the best, that's when I'm gonna get the Smallrig matte box, get the 4.565 filters, and in some cases I might also need to combine it with some of the other filters that you saw in this video. Actually, all of the filters I have, I'm keeping them. I'm not selling any of these, so I'm not just using them here for this video. I actually personally use all of them. I just want to mention a few of the accessories that I bought for all these filters to make the most out of them. So first are step up rims or step down rims, depending on what lenses do you have. In this case, I have the benro. They have some little groups here on the side that makes it very convenient to take in and take out. If you buy the very cheap step down or step up rims, you will see that they're very often gonna break, and they might stuck in your camera. They're not good. So try not to save too much, buy something that is decent. The other accessory that I have is a carrying pouch. So this conveniently holds 4 of my favorite filters. So I got the BND, the CPL, the soft, and the solid ND from 7 Artisans. So that is it. If you like this video, make sure to give it a like, subscribe to the channel, please do that, subscribe. And if you want to buy anything that I mentioned on this video, there are going to be links in the description down below. My name is Gabby, you've been watching Ray Studios. I'll catch you up on the next video. Oh, you're still there? By the way, if you enjoyed that video, please click on this one. It's a tutorial about lens ball photography. You can learn a lot. And did you know that if you subscribe to my channel, you get to live at least 20 more years?